the Lakers, who lost Lonzo Ball over the weekend. Ball suffered a grade 3 ankle sprain against the Rockets on Saturday, had to be carried off the court. He's expected to be out 4 to 6 weeks, but man, grade 3 ankle sprains sometimes take longer than that. The Lakers have a tough stretch of games coming up, and by the way, still no LeBron James, still no Rajon Rondo. How deep a hole do you think they're going to get in with these injuries, Zach?
They need to scrap around 500 because the margin of error in the Western Conference is like razor thin. They've had the second easiest schedule in the conference so far, and you can see right there it's about to come back the other way. They're just low on guys. I mean, and a lot of it is just going to be how fast does LeBron come back? Because without LeBron for much longer, they're in real trouble.
And I think the thing is, LeBron is coming off injury. They're going to need him more than ever to get him back in the playoff race. But just think about the heavy load he's going to have to carry at this age. It's not a must scenario. They don't want this scenario, the Lakers. You know, they're not playing for the championship this year anyway. The way things are going, I'm telling you, I would rest LeBron as long as possible.
Interesting.
I mean, I would rest him if they don't make the playoffs, then
see, I think
so be it. Maybe you get a draft pick or something, and you know, but it's not about this year for the Lakers. It's obvious.
That's interesting because I think as an organization, they're so proud at how rarely they miss the playoffs and are embarrassed by this consecutive year streak of missing the playoffs. And like this was supposed to be guaranteed. That doesn't happen again.
It's one thing if you're LeBron James, by the way, to switch teams from a team that made the finals for 4 straight years, switch to a conference that you know is going to be harder, switch to a team that doesn't have the talent base that he's had around him in some of these other places, and not say at the time, yeah, you do need to go out and get Kawhi if I'm going to come here. All of that, but then to take the next step of he switches and makes all these changes and they don't even make the playoffs, I think that would be a hard pill to swallow for LeBron. But Paul, you're right. If he comes back too soon or pushes too hard, we all know what happens with a groin injury. You re-injure it.
You get older. This is a 4-year plan for them, you know. So.
But he is getting older. Can it be a 4-year plan?
I mean, it is. But LeBron is still great, and you got to preserve as much LeBron as you can. You got to squeeze
Save
his last
your LeBron.
juice. Yeah, you got to squeeze the last juice you got out of him. He's still great. So, but you don't want to have to push him too hard when he comes back because he's going to have to do everything just to get him in the playoffs at this where they're at now. So
I mean, the bigger picture is now that Utah has surged up, someone who was in that top 8 is falling out.
Coming out.
And I don't know. It could. You know what it could be? It could be like LA versus LA down the stretch of the season. It could be. Who knows?
I don't know. They play each other at the end of this month. We'll see if LeBron's back for that. Kyle Kuzma asked about Lonzo's injury today. He had a funny response. This is from Just Shoot Around this morning. Take a listen.
I'll get more shots. That's the best part. No, it doesn't really change. No matter what, I'm always trying to be aggressive. I always say it. I always play my best when I'm, thinking about being aggressive on both sides of the ball.
Okay, we know Kuz and Lonzo are really tight. Obviously, he's not happy Lonzo got injured, but I get more shots. Do players actually secretly think about this sometimes?
Definitely players think about that. You know, when I was playing, I was younger, Antoine Walker got out, I was like, okay, that's more easy for me. But in Lonzo's case, he gives up the ball, so I'm not so sure
that's
about
true.
That was an elite veteran transition from honest answer to media speak. So, let me walk that back. That was elite.